somebody followed rules of music to make this harmonica for you.
For example, I know how to speak English. Do I sound like a person right now without emotions? I can understand how things work and still be soulful. Why do people in the harmonica world think that you can't? Welcome back, Free Friday. Jason Ricci here. I needed some relaxing music. I needed to relax. I am telling you folks, boy, when it rains, it pours, and sometimes it rains all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, look. Today, I'm probably going to get a little crazy despite this beautiful music. By the way, this is Jason Ricci's YouTube channel, and you are on an exceptional video today because normally we just teach harmonica, but I'm going to rant a little today. Because, well, I'll tell you why in a minute. But if you think that maybe I'm funny or maybe I'm full of it, maybe go back and check it out. I got 16 years worth of videos, instructional videos, harmonica videos, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. But today we're going to talk about what the heck is up with this instrument and people thinking that learning stuff about music is bad, right? Now, I made several videos kind of demonstrating why theory is helpful. Like, it's not the only way, right? But why learning just the names of what certain things are, or how to just play certain groups of notes and the emotional effect that produces. For example, right now, I'll just play major pentatonic. Just major pentatonic. Now let me break a couple rules of that scale. Not breaking rules. Not breaking any big rules. I'm just staying in that and putting a little extra. Look, so what if I just played blues? You hear how that doesn't sound as good? But what if I leaned heavy on the major pentatonic and then played a little blues? See, I can get away with a little bit. What am I getting at? Okay, look, let me break it down. I told you I was going to get excited. I told you. I could take all the relaxing music and sagebrush and sweetgrass and incense and probably even Valium and Ativan and Klonopin, and I still wouldn't relax. Not on this subject. on Facebook. There's the first problem, right? I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see these comments. It says, here it is. Let me put it up. Once you put rules to music, you're not making music anymore. Holy cats. Once you put rules to music, you're not making music anymore. So let me talk to you, okay? So first of all, and several people put this in the comments, and God bless them. Let me tell you something about your harmonica, okay? And this is just a factual thing. You can look it up and fact check it with whatever sources you need. I don't care what subculture you're in or what conspiracy theory you can come up with. It's not going to disprove the fact that a G harmonica is tuned to the key of G. So one of the reasons that you can just blow in and out of this thing and make it still sound pretty good even in the key of D every single note on it works over this is because somebody tuned it for you in the key of G. So you have a G major scale. So if I can just blow in and out of this thing really in 7 different keys, and it depending upon the style of music, it's gonna work. So somebody followed rules of music to make this harmonica for you. So that means it put it into a particular place. Now, if you want to learn to do more than just play it in the key of G, let me pause this Sunshine Groove, by the way. Backing track is linked below. If you want to just play this thing in the key of G, no problem. You just blow in and out of it. Right? That's what it was meant to do. It was meant to play in G with a little major chords down bottom. And then maybe use solo tongue blocking up top. That's what it was supposed to do. That's what it was designed to do. Major scale in the middle and chords on the bottom, okay? So then they shipped it over to the United States, and they found out that if some guys who were probably poor and illiterate or didn't have enough money for two figured out that if you inhale and then you go all the way up, you get a 7th chord. And they didn't know what that was, but they knew that it sounded good. Why does it sound good though? Because somebody tuned it to G. So when you play it in D, those G major notes make up basically a D mixolydian or a D 7th chord. Those are all, I was just inhaling from holes 1 to 7, right? Or 1 to 5 draw. So really, the entire harmonica almost is just a big 2-octave 7th chord arpeggio in D. And then if I do the same thing in G, I get a G thing. So you might be saying, well, I don't understand this, and yet I can still make good music on harmonica. Yes, because somebody did that for you. So I'm asking you now, if you would like it to do things besides just this. If you learn what those things are, you can learn how to change them. So you're still, again, the guy said, what did he say again? Let's go back. Once you put rules to music, you're not making any music anymore. First of all, what rules? What rules? People think that learning anything, it really almost only happens to the degree that we see it, right? Like harmonica players, it only happens in our community. that people go, well, I don't need to learn nothing. That really doesn't take place for other musical instruments. Because people need to communicate with each other on other instruments, and you try to just go up to a piano and play whatever you want over D, over E flat, all right? You just see how that works out for you. When you have all 12 notes there, and and it's not tuned to a scale. I don't need to know scales, that's because it's already tuned to a scale. And when you're playing other notes on it, whether you realize it or not, you're playing variations of that scale. So if you learn what they are, then you can learn to variate them. Does that mean rules? No, it means you can break the rules. It means that you can break the rules that the instrument has confined you to. You can play anything that you want. All right, any single thing that you want, because the more you know, the more freedom you have. Oh, no, but what did this guy say? This other guy said this. I need to put the sunshine groove back on. I'm getting all worked up here. This is crazy, guys. I can't take it anymore. The rules of music are made to be broken by emotion. Well, I don't even know where to start. If you don't understand what the rules are, it doesn't matter how happy or angry or sad, you're not going to be able to break that rule if you don't understand what the rule is. So the first thing, say the rule is, I want to play major over a minor chord. Well, look, nobody's actually in music land is saying you can't do that. We're saying it's probably a good idea that you don't until you know really well what you're doing. Then maybe you can show us how you do it. All right? But it doesn't matter how angry or upset you are, or happy or sad, whatever emotion it is. The other thing is that emotions can often be expressed through knowing something about music. For example, you could spend your entire life studying this instrument or any other instrument and not learning anything about theory and be a good player. I'm not saying that. There are plenty of people out there that don't speak the language, any language of music, that have learned to play and play very well. But it takes a lifetime. And then you're still limited within your own confines. But if you know something about it, like a major third sounds pretty, and a flat third sounds a little bluesy, you can create emotion. You can put emotion into things that you know create emotion. That sound, it's still mysterious. We don't know really why, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful and sad. That's emotion. But I also know how to do that every time. That doesn't rob me of feeling it. For example, I know how to speak English. Do I sound like a person right now without emotions? Right? You can understand how things work and still be soulful. Why do people in the harmonica world think that you can't? What? And then they communicate with words and languages. Give me another example. Say you learn, you go to a Spanish-speaking country, okay? Of course, you can learn some Spanish without knowing what a verb, an adjective, any pronoun, any of that stuff. You can learn some Spanish. For example, if you have to go to the bathroom enough times, you're probably going to ask somebody where you are at if I could go to the bathroom to avoid looking like an idiot and pointing and going, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to feel like a caveman. Am I correct? Right? So you ask, well, how do I say that? How do I say, where's the bathroom? And then somebody says, okay, ¿dónde está el baño? So you don't know what donde means, you don't know what está means, you don't know what el means, and you don't know what baño means. But if you know the whole phrase, you learn the whole phrase, you memorize it, ¿dónde está el baño? ¿Dónde está el baño? And you say that, somebody will get you to the bathroom. Now that is like a lick, ladies and gentlemen. Just like a lick. So I can take that lick and I can go, ¿dónde está el baño? Right? Or maybe I can, right? All right, but right, but it's still just a whole thing. Now, if I learn what donde means, where, está is the bathroom, el baño, right, the bathroom. If I learn what each one of those words, I can say, ¿dónde está la armónica? ¿Dónde está la pluma? Right? ¿Dónde está el gato? Now I can change it because I know it, so I can customize it to fit what it is I'm trying to communicate. If you know what the general gist of it is, it's easier to remember. So if I know that this lick starts on a fifth, goes down to a flatted fifth, flatted third, 2 draw, I know that it's part of the blues scale. Now I know what it's about. See what I'm saying? I know what it's about. There's nothing wrong with learning what things are about. Winslow Yerxa replied, my boy Winslow, check out, like, subscribe Winslow Yerxa's videos. If you can't get me as a teacher, get Winslow as a teacher. He said some time ago, the tenor saxophonist Frank Froster was playing a street corner from a jazzmobile in Harlem. He called for a blues in B flat. A young tenor player began to play out, meaning not following any of the rules of music, from the first chorus, playing sounds that had no real, or intentionally not following any of the rules of music, playing sounds that had no relationships to the harmonic progression or rhythmic setting. Foster stopped him and said, "What are you doing?" And the kid said, "I'm just playing what I feel." Foster replied, "Well, feel something in B flat, mother." If me and you are a talking team, me and you, and we agree that we're going to go talk about saving stray cats from the perils of feraldom, and we're going to go out and we're going to do a presentation, and we get up on stage and you say to me, "You know what, Jason, I'm not going to follow any rules today. You know, my emotions are ruling everything today. So I'm not going to talk about cats. I'm going to talk about how to fix a carburetor on a 71 El Camino." Well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm not having you back at my presentation about how to save feral cats. You're not welcome back. If your emotions are ruling you so hard that you can't agree to be in B flat with me, or remotely in B flat, remotely, just stay somewhere near that, have that be home base. Okay, this is a great one. So one of the responses said, "The rule is to blow the freaking thing and quit making something so simple so complicated. Improvising is the rule." Here's the best statement / worst. If you have to think about it, then you're not creating anything. Oh my God. So like Michelangelo didn't think about the Sistine Chapel? Leonardo da Vinci didn't think about the Mona Lisa? The founders of our country didn't think about what should be in the Constitution? Oh my God, Why is music any different? Let's put the Sunshine Groove back on, just for your own protection. Lord help us all. Lord help us all. It's tough. It's tough for me. I'll tell you why. I was just like these guys. I was attracted to this thing because it's fun. It's easy. I can pick it up and I can blow in and out of it, and people like it. Or most likely they didn't like it. Like, they tolerated me. Like, for one song or two songs. I'm about to show you guys a video of me when I was 15 years old or 14 years old, 1991. However old I was in 91, right? I was born in 74. I don't want to follow the rules of math, so you do it for me. See what I'm saying? Check out this video, all right? You think look at my teacher walks by. He's the black guy, right? Does he look happy? No, he looks like this is what became of my life. This guy. I worked my entire life to do something, and this kid is ruining everything. Check it out. Sorry, that was horrible, right? Like, yeah, I was like 15. I've been playing a year, right? But like, I'm not. The band's in, a minor key. I'm not, right? I'm not in the same key technically. Okay, I'm just kind of inhaling and exhaling. It doesn't matter how old I was. I could be 90. The emotion isn't gonna. Pure emotion only isn't going to carry me through, even though I was holding the right key. It's not going to pull me through. The song's a little more complicated than that. It has dynamics. It has chord structure. Right now, like, I could spend the rest of my life just working on that song and find the notes that work, or I could learn what the notes that work are in that key and then be good in every song ever that has those same qualifications, which is many, many, many. That this guy who's saying the rule is to blow the freaking thing and quit making something so simple complicated, I would bet that he still thinks about what harmonica to pick up. If you have to think about it, then you're not creating anything. So does he just grab an E flat when they're in the key of C major? It's to think about something. So if that worked out for you and you thought about it enough just to go, okay, well, I don't believe in this music theory crap, and I want to be soulful and play from the heart because of voodoo and whiskey. Well, if that's the reason, okay, well then it worked out for you once to get you the right harmonica. Would it maybe not work out for you more if you learned more? Look, guys, I need to learn more. You need to learn more. We all need to learn more. If you love something, you learn about it. Right? Well, I love jazz, but I don't know any jazz musicians. What? What do you mean? If you really love it, you'll learn the names of some of the jazz musicians because you love it. Look, guys, I love cigars. I've tried to learn everything I can about them so that I can, if something tastes good to me, I know kind of why, and then I can maybe find another. If they stop making that cigar, I can find another one that's kind of like it. Because it uses the same wrapper, the same binder, the same filler from the same regions of the country, grown by similar people. Right? If you love your wife, do you want to know things about her? You love your husband. Do you want to know things about him? If you love them, would you not want to learn things? I don't understand why this is even coming up anymore. I know we're at 25 minutes. I can't take it anymore. Sunshine Groove, save me. Stop with this. If you want it to make it do what you want it to do, you need to learn a little few things about it so you can. So I'm breaking rules of these chords right now, but I'm not. I'm adhering to the chord and I'm putting in some passing notes, whatever. Oh my God. Let's look at some of the positive comments. Somebody wrote, limitations necessitate creativity. 100%. 100%. If you want to do a presentation on feral cats, you need to limit yourself to certain subject matter. If you want to reach your audience and convey the correct emotion, which is care. I care for the cats, so as a result of caring for the cats, I'm going to use certain words and certain language, and I'm going to adhere to a certain subject, certain notes, and I'm going to adhere to a certain key. I may occasionally go outside of it. I might make a metaphor about. I might even weave in a metaphor about working on a 71 El Camino carburetor into my presentation with cats if it relates. Ha ha! Sometimes things relate. They may not be in the key of B flat, but they relate. You can make them relate, but you have to know. The more you know, the more smoke and mirrors you can create, the more freedom you have. Accentuate everything. Accentuate nothing. You need to learn how to do a few things first. It's a harmonica. It's supposed to be fun. It's tuned for kids to play. Everybody gets mad when you say it's a toy. Well, in the hands of people like this, it is a toy. And that's okay. Have fun. What do they say? Ignorance is bliss. Have fun. What did the man say? What did he say? The rule is to blow the freaking thing and quit making something simple so complicated. Improvising is the rule. If you have to think about it, then you're not creating anything. All right. So let's do it two ways. So I'm gonna first I'll think about it a little bit. Like, oh, it says D major. What does major mean? It means pretty. So what's pretty mean to me? It means, well, stuff from the major scale. Or major pentatonic. Okay, so there we go. I'm thinking about it. Now let me think about it and put a little emotion in. And Lord knows I need some soft, nice emotion right now. I need it. I'm going to soothe me. All right, so I'm thinking about it and I'm trying to put a little emotion into it. Well, let me not think about it and stay with the emotion. Which one do you like better? Or this? Limitations necessitate creativity. My man who said that is right on the money. This has been an important public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get mad on here very often. But come on! Come on! Come on! If you love something, you learn about it. If you don't love it, you go on Facebook and you tell people that anybody else that loves it enough to learn something about it is full of it. That's not true. Look, learning music theory won't necessarily make you a great musician, but it won't ever hurt you. Not learning any music theory won't necessarily make you a bad musician, but it will limit you. It will. Just you try. Just you try. You go there, you go to a jazz jam and you try to not know any music theory and see if they ask you back. I don't care how much emotion you come to that thing. You could come to that thing with as much emotion as I got right now, or as much emotion as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. put into his speech. If you don't choose the right words, I have a dream that every day, someday, all harmonica players everywhere will realize that learning a little bit about their instrument isn't a bad thing. Please, 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 please. Do it. Stay tuned for the credits. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Jason Ricci's YouTube channel. 16 years of incredible YouTube harmonica-related content. That's right, 16 years. At this point, over 500 free instructional videos. If you're interested in what kind of harmonicas I play, microphones, amplifiers, pedals, any harmonica-related products, please check out my sponsors. These sponsors, in one way or another, also help keep these videos going. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Blue Moon Harmonicas, bringing you the best in custom harmonicas. We got custom cover plates, custom combs. You can get your name put on it, just like me. Reed work, refurbished pre-war Marine bands. Look at that, they put the little brace there, no more crushing the covers. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, very best in pedals, microphones, almost anything you need for your amplified harmonica need. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, right here out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. We got you. Harp gear, amplifiers. They got big ones, they got small ones. You know what they sound like? They sound like the best tube amps on the market. Harp gear amplifiers out of Ocala, Florida. Pedal pad, pedal boards. Incredible custom pedal boards built to last, made by two brothers who really, really care. Hohner harmonicas. A Mooncat loves the Hohner harmonica. I like the Marine Band. I get Tom to put the little special 20 cover plates on it. He tricks them out, but they play great right out of the box. All of these sponsors are linked below in the description box. What else is linked below? Patreon. Consider becoming a Patreon patron. You'll be supporting me. You'll be supporting the cause. You'll be keeping these videos free for everybody. And you'll get a lot of extra content over at Patreon. You'll get vlogs, occasionally some extra lessons, some posts that you might not see on Facebook. A lot of stuff that I can't say or won't say here on YouTube is over on Patreon. I love my Patreon family. You guys are the best. If you're not into the monthly subscription, you can also give me a one-time tip at Venmo or PayPal below too. I'm a touring musician and I play all over the country, really all over the world with all kinds of different acts. Check out my website, www.mooncat.org. In all seriousness, YouTube, Patreon, my sponsors, have absolutely changed my life. Subscribe below, set reminders for the videos. Don't miss any events. Every single Friday there's a free harmonica lesson and a lot more. Even if you're just subscribing, you're helping me a lot. Those of you that are joining me on Patreon, you guys are helping me to make better decisions with my career. In all sincerity, thank you so much, YouTube, for just an incredible outlet. It's a video diary. I get to look back at 16 years of these videos. I had a lot of new friends, some really fine musicians, made some great contacts in the industry, and it's all because of you. Thank you, my harmonica family.